Good day, one and all. My name is Albert from MYP INS, and I will be analyzing Afghanistan's populations, issues, policies, and providing recommendations for a suitable plan. Afghanistan is located in the Middle East, in between Pakistan, Iran, and China. It is a landlocked country with a desert and mountains landscape, affected by wars throughout the countries which influence its development. The crude birth rate is a good indicator of Afghanistan's population issues. This was partly cultural in 1990s. There was no education on birth control and men were permitted up to 4 wives. In 1949, the crude birth rate in Afghanistan reached 52.2 per 1,000 population. By 2015, the birth rate in Afghanistan reached 33 births per 1,000 people. Afghanistan's death rate reflects its healthcare problems and improvements. The death rate is consistently declining from 1950 to 2020. It affected by the economic. From 1950s to 1970s, the economic situation in Afghanistan was not optimistic. Overall life expectancy has increased a lot. People's life expectancy has increased by nearly 40 years. Life expectancy is affected by war and disease. It dropped it from 30.5 to 88 years during the Spanish flu and was around 40 years during the 1970s to 90s. The declining fertility rate in Afghanistan is due to political and cultural shifts and wars which have been occurring. From 1950 to 2000, the fertility rate in Afghanistan fluctuated between 7.45 to 7.63 children per woman. Since 2000, the fertility rate per woman has dropped by more than 3 children. Currently, the fertility rate today is 4.7 children per woman, which shows success in population policies. The infant mortality rate of Afghanistan is consistently decreasing from 1962 onwards due to the advances in medicine. The infant mortality rate in 1960 was 236 deaths per 1,000 live births, reflecting the poor postnatal care. Infant mortality rate in 2015 was 66.3 deaths per 1,000 live births. The rate decreased by about 170 lives due to the advances in medicine and improvement of healthcare standards. The pyramid comparison shows improvement in Afghanistan's population problem, which is continued decline by 3.8% in 2060. Though it decreased by 10% from 1960 to 2020, there is an increase in the elderly group of 1%. Overall, increase is by 40 million, suggesting how Afghanistan is a country in between stage 1 and stage 2 of the demographic transition process. This reflects the population distribution, with the most densely populated place being the major cities, Kabul and Mosul. Birth control and overpopulation are two of the biggest population problems in Afghanistan, and these two problems are connecting to each other. They are trying to fight population growth through birth control. The government wants to control the birth rate to educate and encourage people to use contraceptives. The plans are to provide people throughout the country with education about the importance of contraception use and tell them the overpopulation and the high birth rate will affect the overall national economy and lead to more poverty. Poverty can lead to the shortening of life expectancy on average. Learn from the two-child or the third-child policy like China to control the birth rate. If a family has more than 2 or 3 child, they need to pay the extra fees. This is my works cited, and thank you for your time and attention.